That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. Got a lot of things going on. I know there's a lot of stuff, especially there's a lot of people going, "What?" Okay, and I'll say it. Oh, by the way, we got Applebee's coming up next, and they're doing good. Thank God. Keep supporting. We love Applebee's. Applebee's is amazing, and we just love Applebee's. All right, so that's number one. Number two. There was a little voice that I'm hearing. I don't know why. It's like a guy's voice. I don't know. Is AI infiltrating? It sounds like a guy's voice. All right, they're manipulating the voices. Anyway, we may have. I don't know. It's kind of AI's all over the place. I don't know if you know the information, but it's all over the place. Or maybe it's somebody like trying to get in. Is it video playing on my system? I don't know. Anyway, so if you hear that, it's somebody manipulating the airwaves. Speaking of manipulating. I think a lot of people are going to be kind of excited for it because I think they need to do Evil Barbie. I'm going to put that out there, okay? If writers need like a thing to go, unless they're doing it, we don't know. Evil Barbie, okay? Evil Barbie, all right? I think if you introduce Evil Barbie and that's the spin, boom, there you go, right? I don't think they're doing that, but they should. Now, Jess, you have some, right? Barbie, it's out, right?
No. Barbie comes out July 21st.
Okay, looking forward to seeing it, right?
Okay, you just had to bring it up. Okay, you know what? I was the first one to say that it looked like an absolutely stupid movie, but to be honest, I never saw the trailer for it. I saw Barbie and I'm just like, oh my God, there's so much pink. I can't take it.
Right.
So I ended up watching the trailer just for the heck of it, and it actually looked funny. So I might have to give it a watch, and that's my goal.
Can I say this, guys, and people out there? Okay, if you can have Jess, and not gonna lie, Jess is fun. Okay, he's fun to have around. If you can have Jess want to watch a movie like that, this guy loves horror. He looks like he likes bikes, which he could totally like that. He's got that vibe, right? You're like, yo, hey. But if he likes Barbie, think about it. Like that must be a good like, right? Because okay, I'll say this: if Jess usually, although he's been really upset about certain like characters lately, but like when he was first among the show, I was like, "Do you like it?" He goes, "Yes." And then the only thing we probably disagree on is certain horror movies that he really likes. But I go, if I was that way, maybe I'd be that way. He showed me something I will never forget it in person. We went to a restaurant, and I was like, okay, that's a little much. And he's like, yeah, but look at it more. And I'm like, no. And he showed me like a film I had never seen. He knows films you would never have seen. And then, and he knows every single film and he has theory on every single film. So he can rewrite some of that stuff if it's like, eh. And so there you go. So that's the story I'm sticking to it. But Barbie, I think they need to kind of put in her as evil Barbie. Have Barbie be locked somewhere. I don't know who could play her. But look at the eyes. It's right there. Okay. Evil Barbie. That's what I'm going to say. I haven't seen it. Are they doing? They're probably not, but they should. That should be a spin, and that will keep it going again, again, again. She's evil Barbie. It's obvious. It's the way she smiles too. Think about it. Think about it. She's not Barbie. All right. She's evil Barbie. Think about it. All right. That's what I'm going to say. All right, Jess. What else is going on?
It looks funny. I don't know what else to say about it. But let's see. What else can we push? What else can we push? More Indiana Jones. It
Okay.
will be like I'm trying to figure out. I hear good things, I hear bad things. I'm trying to figure out if it's going to be as bad as the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
You said don't even mention that. You just mentioned it, dude. Like,
I know I wasn't supposed to mention
oh
it, but
no, oh no.
I told myself I would never do it. But yeah,
Yeah, I get that. I'm looking at some headlines. Not gonna lie, it's a little dry. It's a little dry. I mean, there's stuff going on, but you're like, do I really want to talk about? Right. Um,
I do have this funny story. So like musicians, they always get like things thrown up at stages, like cell phones. I'm not gonna say underwear because some I don't know. Um, but apparently Pink had the most unusual thing thrown at her while she was on stage. Did you hear about that?
again, not gonna lie. I walked right next to her once. Yeah, I know. I know. I was like, what? We were at an event for autism. Yeah, yeah, Autism Speaks, and really good event. She and her husband were there, right? And I was like, okay. And she had like a couple people with her, so I was a little like, right? So I didn't say anything. I was going to the restroom, not gonna lie, and it was at the Beverly Hills Hilton, right? And I was like, oh my god, that's Pink. Like I was like, whoa, right? Anyway, I love some of her songs, so like amazing, but she's tough. She's tough, and I've seen some pictures of her lately, and she's she would say maybe she wouldn't, but I would say she's like pretty strong. She's a strong woman, right? But but they support Autism Speaks. They donate, right? She actually like raised her hand for something they were bidding on, and you're like, dude, of course you have money, but she supports. So whatever you say. Okay, so what happened? What happened, Jess?
So yeah, within the past week and a half, I had well, there were three stories. Um, Three different artists. They're on stage. One had a phone thrown at her face, and she ended up with a black eye.
Who's that?
Her name was Bebe Rexa.
Not good.
There was
All
video
right.
footage of it. Like all you see is this something come out of the stage and pelt her in the face, and she just goes down.
Did they?
That's
What was that like? Put your number in, man. Was that a guy? Was it a girl going? You were with my man. Like what was this? You
it.
know
It was a guy, and he did it because he thought it would be funny.
what a.
Yeah. And then a few days later, an artist named Ava Max, she was on stage, and then I guess she got smacked in the face by a fan. So right, it's just like wow, these people have no chill.
So so people are just like, all right, I go next level. I thought it was Will Smith only. Like what happened, right? So right. I'm still on that, man. Did he apologize? Right? He kind of apologized. He needs to be like, I need to make it right. Is he still banned? He'll be back on. Will they
He's
bring
been,
them back together to be like, dude, we chill? Will he be
yeah.
divorced? I don't know, man. Some things are going on with people. You go, divorce? What? I literally saw something. I go, oh my god, there's a divorce coming, and then boom, yep, divorce. So anyway, so wait, what happened with Pink though?
Okay, so yeah, so Pink, she probably it wasn't bad, I don't think it was. Someone threw their mother's ashes on stage in a little Ziploc bag.
Why would you do that? Was she like, please, does she think Pink will like? Sometimes they call it like some say I idolize you. Are you gonna bless her? Are you gonna bring her back? Like what's going on? Does she think she's queen of pyramid or something? Oh, by the way, there's some discoveries you should watch that. Speaking of Indiana Jones timing. But all right, so wait, so I'm so confused. So ashes on. How did they know her ashes? Maybe it was like just right. What's the rest of the story, Jess?
So yeah, apparently someone tossed her mom's ashes on stage, and she was like, "What are these?" And someone was like, "Ashes." Apparently, she was all like, "This is your mom." And yeah, so she ended up putting the baggie like on the stage just for a bit. I guess while she does her little performance. But yeah, I think that tops the cakes for most unusual thing thrown on stage
So
for
wait, she
now.
at least was organized enough to have it in a bag. I was visualizing when you said it like a bunch of like dust all of a sudden thrown onto the stage, right? That's why I'm like, how do you know it's ashes? All right, so the person, so it was a request saying, can you please have my mom with you? This is one of her last wishes. I bet it's just dust. She's saying she's trying to get sympathy. What? Think about it. Like her mother was like, please, if I go, like, I'm gonna ask my mom, Ma, I guarantee if Elvis were alive, she'd be like, please have my ashes right next, and he'd be like, dude, that's weird, right? Right? Come on, that's a weird request. Think about it. Okay, so I don't know what to do with that, Jess. I don't know what to do.
That would be I just there's a lot of things I would want someone to do with my ashes. Throwing them on stage at a music concert would not be one of them.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I would
How
not.
would
I
you
would
want to be remembered that way, Jess?
not like that. Like,
Blink 182, you said the concert tickets are pretty good. I'd be like, dude, you're there. Like, we're gonna go traveling. There is a movie. There is a movie. Maybe she's doing that. Maybe she's doing that. Actually, that kind of makes sense. There is a movie where I think someone dies. They travel with the urn, technically, so the ashes are in the urn, and it's like, Ma, I'm with you, or maybe it's a guy. I don't really know. There's a movie about that, which is depressing as all get out. He dies. He leaves her, and he writes like this whole thing of like where she traveled, What's that called? I hated it, but anyway, because I'm like, I don't. You should be like forever a widow, right? Forever a widow. That's what I want. I don't want you to be like out there. You know, I want you to be widow. What? I'm pretty sure if I were 100% like, and someone was like, oh, they died. I'm pretty sure everyone would call out. They'd be like, wow, you're that guy, huh? Just saying. Just saying. All right, we got a lot of things. We got Applebee's. Applebee's is amazing. They're still running that special, by the way, and it's limited. It's limited. But if you go to Applebee's.com, which I'm at right now, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, June 30th, you can still spend $35 and unlock the free Fandango movie ticket. It's a win-win. Just gotta give them your information, and then they send you the information, and then you're good to go. So we're gonna talk to Bill coming up next here on the show. And oh, by the way, Pink, I guarantee, Jess, if she had met that one who actually like slapped, she would probably hit the person back. Not gonna lie, she'd be like, "I'm defending." All right, she's tough. She's tough, especially if she has her kids. Right? If she has her kid or kids, I don't really know. I don't know how many she has, but if she had her kid like right there, she'd be like, "You're doing that?" She would defend. She's strong. Have you seen like lately? Like she muscles up, man. I say, yay, but man, you do not want to go against her. All right. We'll take. Oh, by the way, let me say this really quick because I think we have some time. All right, okay. So, and I have to say it because I have to do a shout. Anybody that knows Sandra, okay? I got a story for her. Not gonna lie. And I put it out there. So I say, put that out there. Okay. So here's the thing. All right, and I said it. I don't know where the footage is. If anybody if you find it, let me know. All right. But I had footage when she was with the guy. It was right before the big reveal when all of a sudden, someone was, was basically cheating, right? Do you remember that? Sandra Bullock, you remember the guy that cheated? You never saw it coming. I was like, how did they get together? But I was upset, not gonna lie. And they said, oh, Sandra Bullock's gonna be here. I said, oh no, they didn't say that. They said it later that she was supposed to be there because she knew one of the friends. And I was like, yeah, but she didn't go. And I was like, shoot, my one moment to meet her. Anyway, I said something about her guy at the time. Well, he has a baby on the way. Yeah, Jesse James has a baby on the way. So yay him, right, Jess?
Good for him. Yeah, hopefully he'll be a good dad. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah. So I'm like, good. And I'm happy for them. He looks like happy. All right. And I think if Sandra, I want to ask her because there's something going on there. But here it is. All right. There it is. There's the picture of the two. He's a new dad again. I didn't even know he had another, it says he's on diaper duty once again after welcoming a baby with his wife of 1 year, Bonnie Rotten. Jesse James, a father of five? Yeah. Did she know that? She's not, right? She doesn't have kids with him, right? He's on diaper duty. Anyway, so, and evidently, and he's doing the loyal thing. So, yay, right? But everybody knows he cheated on her. But he said some things about her, she's an actress, so of course they lie. So I'm like, all right, so, don't say that about that girl. She will beat you to a pulp. Right, Jess?
Yes, most definitely. I wanted to see who this person was, so I probably shouldn't have Googled the name.
What did you get, Jess?
No, I wanted to see who she was and what she did for a living. Yeah, no, she's an adult star.
Well, that makes sense. But again, yay! Okay, so do the kids out there just remember Sandra Bullock could have been, so because I think Sandra Bullock's really good with kids. She'd be like, oh my god, so cute, right? But Jesse, stay over there. Now I have because Sandra's with a guy. I don't like that guy, but I called it right before it came out. I said, by the way, I don't like that guy for her. I was very adamant about it. I was weird that it came out. I've kind of had a thing for her ever since I was, while you were sleeping. I know it did me in. Anyway, that's the story. I'm sticking to it. So there you go. So Sandra, call me. I'm single. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, TruckWorks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, TruckWorks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at TruckWorks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today. After the game, after school, after work, Applebee's is where you want to be to enjoy their bold, savory grilled steaks, salmon, or chicken. Applebee's is located where Beaumont meets Banning, just off 6th Street near Highland Springs Avenue. Applebee's started with the same philosophy they follow today. Focus on serving good food to good people in a neighborhood-style setting. Applebee's also offers car side to go when you order online. Applebee's in Beaumont, serving the Pass area. So fresh, so fast, make it Applebee's tonight.
Hi, everyone. This is Bernadette, the host of One Life Radio, your number one source for alternative and holistic health since 2011. One Life Radio is designed to educate and inspire. Visit us at oneliferadio.com because you get one body, you get one mind, and you get one life. Get out there today and make the most of it. Tune in weekdays at 1 p.m. on 1490 KMET Smart Talk, ABC News Radio.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing, envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorelocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
You're running out of letterhead. What do? Lithopass Printing. You need business cards. Now what? Lithopass Printing. Invitations to a wedding? Lithopass Printing and Banning is the answer. Lithopass Printing can provide banners, signs, and blueprints. Think of Lithopass Printing and Banning for quality graduation, birthday party, and baby shower invitations. Lithopass Printing also provides lamination, faxing, and photo prints. If you need it inked, make it Lithopass Printing. Lithopass Printing and Banning.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, I was looking at something. It was very interesting. And I was like, ooh, there's a news in Banning. There's a lot of things going on in Banning. A lot of biz in Banning, by the way. So you really got to pay attention to that. All right. So they're really good. I follow a group. It's what's happening in Cherry Valley and Banning and Beaumont, all the area, right? Or maybe Beaumont's not mentioned. I don't really know. There's a thing there, but anyway, we got someone who knows the whole area. He knows a lot of biz. We got Bill with us, but real quick before we get Bill on, Jess, quick question. I know you love Applebee's because you've been there, right? Again, you've gone on dates there, and you know. But what is the thing to order when you go?
It would probably be the whiskey burger or the whiskey bacon burger, I think is what it was called.
Yes. Okay. So all right. So that's good. All right. So here's the thing. Okay. Jess knows it's good. I know it's good. You need to know it's good. Don't take our word for it. And Bill knows it's good. But if Bill were not working there, I guarantee he'd be like, still go. All right. Still go. Bill, what's going on over there?
Good morning, Aaron, Jesse, and all the KMT listeners. Yes, the Whiskey Bacon Burger is still serving nice and hot, and that is pepper jack cheese, crispy onions, 2 strips of applewood smoked bacon, and Fireball whiskey-infused steak sauce. It's delicious every time.
It sounds. I'm already thinking aside because it's never enough for me. Not gonna lie. Do they do a double patty if you request it?
Sure. It's an additional cost, but we can certainly do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, and my mom, she loves avocado. Can you put avocado for additional charge?
I don't have any avocado in the restaurant, unfortunately.
What? What happened to avocado? No avocado.
It's so hard to get and so expensive, and it's so prone to weather changes in Mexico.
Oh, that makes sense.
A lot of restaurants are moving away from avocado.
Okay, that makes sense because I was wanting guacamole and now I know don't do it. Okay, got it. Okay, all right, Bill. I know there's a lot of things going on. You got some specials, and I know I always say drive responsibly, and I know Applebee's is known for some pretty good drinks. You got a good, the person who makes the drinks. Do you ever put a request in when it's like late or on the weekend or you have a day off? Do you ever go when you're not working?
Not too often. I don't drink in my restaurant. It's just I kind of stay away from that. But a lot of other people do, and we do have those $6 summertime sips, as you mentioned. We get some good drinks: Blue Bahama Mama and Tropical Mana Margarita.
That sounds good. And Jess doesn't drink either, and I drink a little, not a lot. I think the most I've ever had is more than one drink, and I was like, but it's tequila that does me. And tequila, you don't see it coming. It's just like right there. I had a mojito, more than one, and I was like, no, I'll be fine. I stood up, I go, not fine. So again, be responsible and just be careful. I saw something on Lyft. Someone got hurt. That was over here, but oh, and you guys are responsible. Can you put that out there? Because I know some people don't understand this. Like, let's say you send someone to Applebee's, they have a little drink. You don't let them drink forever, right? You don't let them get toasted, right? There's a certain thing that you guys do.
No, by law we do require everybody to drink responsibly, and we sometimes have to tell people that we cannot serve them any more alcohol because it would be illegal for us to do so, and we do follow the law in that respect.
Yeah, and that's good. That's responsible, And worst case scenario, you probably would call it. I remember one time I did a Lyft thing. Okay, I did. I was desperate for change. Okay, and in the car they called somebody, and he fell asleep in the car. He got out. And I was like, "Are you gonna be okay?" Because he was plastered. It was 5:00. I would expect it to be like after, and I was like, "I'm not doing after." And I was, but there you go. So that's the answer. Anyway, Bill, I know you got other things, but before we let you go, to-go orders are still a thing. What's the thing everybody's been requesting as of late?
Well, it's always that two-for menu is just, especially to go. People love to get that two-for menu, 2 for $25 all the way up to 2 for $35. You get an appetizer and 2 entrees, and it depends on the entrees, but it can be anywhere from $25 to $35. It's a pretty good deal for 2 people. You really can't go wrong with that, and it's probably our biggest selling item.
Okay, that makes sense. Again, Applebee's where it's at. Remember, it's the time to go because no one else, I'm pretty sure, is giving you a ticket for spending time with your friends or family. Fandango is still a thing. Indiana Jones coming out right around the corner, right? It's now, let's see. Yeah, right around the corner. Jess is ready to see it. Others are ready to see it. I'm ready to see it. Go to Applebee's. You won't be able to spend it right away because they have to send it in, they got to get your email. And then they send you for the $35, right? You get a ticket, right? You get basically a voucher for a ticket for Fandango, right?
Yep, you get for $35. I do have to mention these couple of little things. It's pre-tax, and here in California, alcohol doesn't count, but and discounts. So this is the one time your KMET discount kind of hurts you. You got to get $35 after the discounts, and without alcohol, you get 1 ticket. And like I just said, that if you got a 2 for $35, you're there. And if you have 4 people there, you get to $70. You get 2 tickets. And don't forget to take your receipt and also a flyer that we will give you because we don't have the tickets here in the restaurant. Sometimes people think we do, but you got to go through Fandango, and it's a good deal though.
Yeah, it's like a little. I think is it like a coupon code you put in or something like that? I think it's like that. I'm pretty sure.
You take a picture of your receipt, you upload it, and then they take a couple days to verify it, and then per email. So I think you get your tickets through the email, and you're good to go. And you can get up to 4 tickets per email.
And it's worth it. And I get it. If you spend literally a certain amount, and then you add on tax, you're like, boom, 35. You go, no, I'm so sorry. You spent under. You can't put tax in there because tax is just one of those things, right? That's what you're saying. So you have to
right.
Yeah.
And I'm training my host to tell everybody that so that they can kind of plan, the guests can plan their spending. They know that an alcoholic drink's not necessarily going to throw them over because alcohol doesn't count, but a dessert will. So if they happen to be at $32 pre-tax, go ahead and throw a dessert on there, and boom, you're over 35.
There you go. Yeah, don't be that person. Be like, dude, I'm ordering like several drinks and then I'm good to go. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. So, because I've seen some days, I go, what is going on there? All right. We're gonna let you go. I know you got to get ready. But thank you so very much for helping us have, of course, an idea of what to get when we go to Applebee's. And by the way, appetizers look great.
Absolutely. We'll see you down at Applebee's.
Absolutely. All right. Beaumont Banning, go check it out again. And that's the thing. I almost want to say, you might as well not request, the KMET discount. You might as well just be like, dude, just give me, what it is. Because that's probably better than the discount if you do the math. Or not. I really don't know. But anyway, do that. But then when it's over, mention KMET, and then you get a special discount on regular price items. So it's really good. Because they have specials all the time. So it's almost like just go to Applebee's. So I won't say don't even mention KMET at this point. But, but we need money. So mention them, but say, oh, I want the better. I want, the ticket. But I may have heard it on, with, us, the morning show with, All right, we'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
$10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the Tax Relief Hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control and in many cases get the breathing room you need. Garnished wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call the Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. When you want the best performance for your vehicle, think only of Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont, right off the I-10 and 60 freeways. Check out Scott's complete list of performance products on their website at hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers can recommend ways for your car or truck to get better gas mileage and cut down on emissions. Need your car or truck to pass smog only? Go to Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont. Find out all of your questions on vehicle performance by logging on to hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont. hdrinfo.com.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel lending team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel lending team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the number one choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
Mattress Brothers Overstock Mattress Sale. Just $3.99 for a foam encased queen pillow top set. $3.99. Check out Mattress Brothers $3.99 Overstock Sale. Mattress Brothers at 120 West Redlands Boulevard in Redlands. The $3.99 Overstock Sale is on now. $3.99 for a foam encased queen pillow top set. Mattress Brothers also has locations in Hemet, Riverside, and Palm Desert. The $3.99 queen pillow top sale on now.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you. We got Jess over there. Jess, what's going on?
Oh my God. So I go to TikTok for a lot of things, mostly just for not necessarily news, but it gets me little bits of information and then I branch out from there and I get some new information about that.
Yeah.
But and then there's also like TikTok trends and stuff like that. There is one TikTok trend that I I just can't stop laughing at. It is absolutely crazy and insane. And it involves the Grimace shake from McDonald's.
The what?
The Grimace shake. Have you so apparently
Well,
McDonald's.
isn't it his like I got a meal there. I do like McDonald's, not gonna lie. And I got a meal, and I was like, oh, and then it says birthday, and I'm like, how old is? And then I'm like, which one's Grimace? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot, Jess.
Grimace is the purple taste bud.
Oh, that is him. That is him.
Yes, Grimace.
He's a taste bud.
Yes, he's a taste
He
bud.
cannot be a taste. He's a purple monster. He cannot be a taste bud. I do not want him. Come on, man. What are they doing with that? Pretty sure they're gonna say he's a purple. Like, I don't want to say that. So wait. Okay, Grimace, purple monster, not a taste bud. How do you know he's a taste bud, Jess? You
know
mean
what?
he tastes with you as a bud? Like, yo, buddy. He's a buddy.
No, he's a taste bud. I don't remember who told me this.
He cannot.
but yeah,
Come on,
taste-
your friend. We need
So-
to get you new friends. My God, Jess.
So this TikTok trend is pretty much like if you drink the Grimace shake, apparently Grimace comes and disposes of you.
It's his birthday. Why are they doing this? This makes no sense. Like, first it started with, right, when they went, like, with the high stuff. Come on, we knew it was coming. All right, they're going backwards, Jess. Why would you do that to the little purple monster? I grew up on that purple monster. Kids are like, I don't like the purple monster. He's going to hurt me. So, wait, what do you mean it comes at you, Jess?
Like if you were to Google like Grimace milkshake trend, and you'll see like the videos. These kids are absolutely they have no handle. They're just absolutely crazy. So it's pretty much it'll show them drinking. They're like, "Oh yeah, happy birthday, Grimace," and then it cuts to them like vomiting out the shake, and then like it looks like they're dying. And then there was a few videos where they had like Grimace come out from the background and choke somebody out. But these kids are absolutely crazy.
Okay, so it's a filter. Is it like, did McDonald's know this is happening? Because I feel bad for like Grimace. Come on, Grimace, don't put it like seriously. Aww.
I don't think McDonald's was preparing for this. I don't think they're at all. This is not what they wanted.
Okay.
The shake, but the fact that the shake is doing well, not necessarily for what it was meant for, but the watch, just look for the Grimace shake.
He's
and
not a taste bud. How could that? What's the guy with the little, like, you know, he steals hamburgers? Remember that?
Yeah.
It was the Ronald McDonald series. What? They used to be good. They were like, kids, yay, Happy Meal. Now they're like making Happy Meal like, I don't want to order that. Or maybe they do. I think there's a little fun there. I don't know. At least they know who Grimace is. But he's not a. Come on. Which friend told you that, Jess?
I don't remember.
They're having at you. I guarantee it.
If you Google Grimace, you will find out that he is in fact a taste bud.
He cannot be. How is he that big? Is he called the Hamburglar? Is the Hamburglar? How can he be that small? So they're all teeny tiny in Ronald McDonald's mouth. Come on, guys. Come on. They're the same ones that say that the Mickey is like a skeleton. You know?
Wait, what? No, don't say that. I don't want to believe that.
Yeah, see? Oh, it's a thing. Go look it up. All right. So there you go. That's the answer. All right. We need to get you new friends, Jess. I guarantee it. Seriously. Oh, I was talking to someone. They're so smart. Okay, I'm not going to say who it is because they don't want to be out there. But I was talking to someone, and I said, oh, do you know what's going on in Russia? She goes, yeah, I kind of know. And she actually was having fun with friends, so she didn't know anything, all right, about what we said about Russia, okay? So I said, okay, well, what do you think happened? And she said, well, did this happen, that happen, and this happen? I said, yes. She goes, yeah. Because she knows people, Russia. She knows very smart people. And I told you, find the money. It's all about money. And she said it. She said, yeah, it's going to have an effect. Okay. So I said, right? So that's the in. When no one knows about Russia, but they have people that know things about Russia, she usually tells me things ahead of time. And she goes, yep, knew it. Because she has, people that she knows Russia. They don't know that she knows. And they don't know we talk. So I don't put the information out there. But there you go. I told you, we have people that know. Okay, so that's the story. I'm going to stick to it. All right. Other than that, what else is going on in the world, Jess?
Well, there was one thing, like again, TikTok made me fall in love with somebody. Um, so yeah, I follow a dog on TikTok,
Okay.
and this dog has an obsession with Henry Cavill.
Dude, okay, I've seen pictures about Henry Cavill and the new guy. All right, they put them side by side. Like I see what you're saying. I
I
see.
feel bad for that new guy to
Well-
be called like the Walmart Henry Cavill. That's messed.
They call him that. All right, I feel bad too. Because I think on his own he's going to be good, right? Like, but if Cavill and him were on the same, I think I would be like, all right, and he'd be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean that, right? Because in a way, you know, but I think they need to put the other one, since they're putting like comparisons. They really need to put Smallville. Sorry, what's his name? Welling. They need to put Welling, since he has a podcast, right? And they need to put him up. And I tell you, they're definitely brothers. They could play brothers. And I'm telling you, it's multiverse. He's doing multiverse, not even knowing that. They already broke it, right? Flashpoint, right? It's already there. That's the multiverse. That's what it is. But they don't know what it's called. It's called the multiverse. That's where Marvel made sense of it. He did not. That's why they had a different Marty McFly. It's right. It's very confusing. But you go, oh, that's why he goes, no, it's Michael J. Fox. He goes, what? No, Marty McFly is this guy. He's like, I don't know the guy. He goes, I have the tattoo. Watch that. You go, he's in the multiverse. How can they not make sense of that? It's very simple. That's all it is. He, like, some would say he maybe like, but there's already the multiverse. He just tapped into it. So he thought, oh, that's my mother, but that's another like family that is kind of like his family, but that's why he's not the same. I'm pretty sure he didn't start off that. I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. But anyway, that's the story. I'm sticking to it. And that's a branch off moment. If he did go back to his self and met himself, it's not like they say you discombobulate or you know, there's a warp hole or something and you all disappear. It's called you interact with yourself. Now you have a new timeline in essence, because now they know stuff. They like, okay, let's say Jess. Let's address this because this is going to be a topic. Watch, and you're going to be smart about it. Jess, let's say you have the ability to go back to your young self, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and you stumble, or maybe you don't stumble. You go back on purpose, okay, and you say, okay, there's a moment when we may have done something, and it may have repercussion, because I could be a millionaire, but I'm not. Okay, so here it is. Be this. What would you say to your younger self?
If I could give myself one little message,
Yeah, to be a billionaire. Now that you know.
buy Bitcoin.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I, like at the very beginning, like as soon as you hear it, you know, not at because you got to get more info because he may buy Bitcoin, but then there's the problem. He buys it like way later, and then you go, dude, but it doesn't affect you. That's what they call a branch off moment. Okay, therefore he has a own future, but it doesn't affect you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, it doesn't mean all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm a millionaire, billionaire, like, and because now you have his life. That's the problem. So his life goes different at the moment he becomes a billionaire. Okay? But now it affects you. Therefore, all your memories would be gone. Therefore, you would technically cease to exist 100% if it worked that way. It doesn't work that way. The way it works is you exist, he exists, but it exists in a different way, like another, whatever you want to call it, another Earth, okay? Flash covers this, by the way. The TV show has different worlds. So they've already broken that, right? They go, oh, from that world, that world, that world. You remember that? Like they had Flash, then they had different Flashes, right? And then he was with the guy that was like not good the whole time. It's right there. It's in the very beginning, right? Watch CW. It makes sense. That's why I go, DC, dude, you're like, seriously, just go with that. That makes sense because they come from different worlds to help out. And then they die one, right? Or someone gets killed or get murdered or something. Then another one comes from another verse. He's like, oh, I'm from Earth. And they name them because they discover them. I'm from Earth, you know, whatever, like 108, right? And I'm that guy, right? That's the scientist guy. That's why he was able to go, you know, a lot of, which I love that guy. I forgot his name. But you know what I'm talking about? The series on CW, Flash?
Yes, you're talking about the actor that plays this Flash?
Yeah, that guy. And then, see, he can make a cameo or he can make an appearance in this, fix it, and say, okay, he could be basically what they already did with Spider. You do that. They'll say copy, but it is copy because that's how it works. You don't get rid of, okay, let's say they interact, right? They're all in the DC verse, okay? The Flash that everyone, whether you like him or hate him, I like him, by the way. All right, if you saw him on the cover, you're like, dude, he's tough. That guy interacts with the Flash from CW. Can he, Jess? The answer, yes, of course. Right? That's called another verse, or whatever you want to call it. All right. Now they say timeline is broken in Marvel. That's what they say. But the answer is it's not broken. It's just called a different. Okay. There's this really good show. It's actually it was originally on Amazon. All right. And it says what would happen, or what if. Well, this is another one. It's called Sliders. But what if, like, Nazis ruled the U.S.? What would that be like, Jess?
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, but no, that's not interesting, okay? There's nothing good with that. There's nothing good with that, Jess. All right, there's nothing...
It'll be weird. Like, I'm just wondering, like, what would change? A lot?
Yeah, a lot. Some things would be normal, but, they would look different. Soldiers would look different. It was a really good show. I didn't get to see it all the way through, but that's what it's about. So let's go back to Jess. We're going to call him... You give him information... He does things different, and maybe it's not about buy Bitcoin because you don't become maybe at the very beginning. I would be like, okay, invest. There's got to be something you go, oh, had I done that, I would have been right.
Invest in Amazon during its early days. To be fair, when I first started using Amazon, I was not expecting it to turn out like it did.
Okay. All right.
That was surprising because I think all I remember was them selling books, I think.
And did you have money to invest in Amazon? Because Amazon's a lot, even at the beginning, would you know to invest? So I'd say maybe it's earlier than that. Knowing you, would you take yourself seriously if you saw yourself?
You know what? Good question. I have no idea.
Right? Would it be like The Flash? Because I kind of think that was kind of fun when they did that. He was not taking him serious. And then he goes, oh, you need to be right here in this moment. And that's where he went wrong. The guy wouldn't have been Flash at that point. Maybe at a different point when he was ready, they would have been responsible, right? But he had to, he put him there. Then, okay, I'm not going to give the rest because you got to see it. But the point is this. It's not I redo time all the way. Now, it does have a certain effect. It does. But we all know it. And if you watch CW The Flash, you go, oh, it was another Flash who killed his mother, making him be Flash, right? That's the answer. It's right there. It's on CW. Go watch CW. And then you'll go, I get Flash now. And I get, because they already did that. They brought all the teams together. I think it was called, I forgot what it was called. But they brought all the teams together because the Skrulls are alive, right? Or not the Skrulls. They're like the Skrulls. I'm sorry. I get confused with them and the other guys. But anyway, long story short, there you go. Now, here's my confusion here, Jess. Here's my confusion. All right. How do I explain it? Okay. I cannot give any details. Go watch Flash, then we could talk about it. But here's the thing. Here's why I say it's very simple. It's a branch off moment. Now, that time, if you go and meet yourself, are you going back in time to meet you to get you $1 billion? What would happen to you in the time when you go back? And could you get back is the question. Or are you ousted from it because now that time does not exist. Therefore, now that future does not exist. And now you create a repeat thing, which should never happen. It's called you go back, you meet you get money. But see, then he goes and you don't because he never goes back to meet again to make that money because he has no need to because he's good to go. But you thought that affects you, but now technically you cannot get back home. And the reason you cannot get back home is because now it no longer exists. That's kind of what they're going with, but that doesn't work. So what you do is you say, okay, this timeline, boom, I come back. But then you go, how come I'm not rich? Because that timeline did not affect you. That's where they go, oh, that's reality. That makes sense. That timeline does not affect you, Jess. It's their timeline. Their timeline is different. Sure, the people may be the same, but it does, and people go, no, that's not amazing and fanciful. Yeah, but that's the problem. You guys are not thinking physics. Physics does not do in a whole planet. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say, go back to, the Nazi, all right? Let's say Hitler never died. That's called, well, on this timeline, it already happened. But let's say you go back, you say, no, I'm going to make it so he doesn't die. I'm going to keep him alive. I'm going to make they beat the U.S. Let's see what happens with that. What would happen then, Jess?
I do not know. I remember a movie where it was the end of World War II, and then the Nazis ended up what was it? They ended up on the dark side of the moon, and they have like a secret military base.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
That'd be
well, they invested heavily in everything when it came to there's a lot of stories about that. They had a lot of scientists. They wanted a big bomb. They didn't get it, but they got a big bomb. And then they did a lot of like flight stuff, right? They had a lot of money, and they invested a lot of time on like artifacts and like Indiana Jones stuff, which I think did them in a way, because it's like, why are you going back? I mean, that stuff is old, I want to be that. All right. But let's say he is alive, okay? Now, what would that do to this reality? Honestly, nothing, because it's already happened. Therefore, you go to another reality, but you didn't know. And here's how you test it. If you ever have the ability, and I guarantee someone's going to figure it out, if you ever have the ability to go back in time, all right, you have to check certain things and see if it adds up. But because you go back to a time, you think, and that's where I think DC got it smart, because at the end he goes, how did that happen? Now it's but they don't really answer. It's called he keeps getting pushed forward in time, kind of like, but not the movie, which is more of a series, Quantum Leap. But Quantum Leap, in that he's kind of repairing time, but now they have different futures. So in a way, he has to repair time, and the time that he has to repair is honestly the moment. He probably went back and then he did something when he went to visit his mom. He had been doing that the whole time. It's right there. So that's the problem. You shouldn't go back and visit, because then that's, and then he went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So the time that it went different, honestly, was when we went in that bubble. It should have never done that, right? He saw certain things. He's like, what is that? What is that? What is that? And that created a problem. But that creates a multiverse, or does it? Maybe the multiverse already exists and you tap into it. Back to Marvel. Now, Marvel is trying to repair with Doctor Strange. That's where they're going all over the place right now. But they're doing it right, I think. And that's the answer. If you look at Doctor Strange, okay, when he goes to bloop, 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 with that girl that goes, like, she opens a portal. She doesn't know it. Remember that? But she meets and then he goes dead. I don't like that part. But let's just go with Doctor Strange. Did you see it, Jess?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay, and they're saying you put, like, a problem there. And that happened technically, although I think it happened way before. I think they were fracturing it. When that woman tries to put him in like that mirror thing, that fractures time. So they were already fracturing it, okay? I think they were playing around with it, and they were just not responsible, okay? And technically, remember when he went against that guy and he put he in a do-over thing? He does that. Remember that? He's like, all right. He's like, well, I die here, I do that, right? And then that other thing, when he's like, okay, what are all the possibilities? Remember, that was like... do you remember that with Thanos? And he was like doing that meditation thing, and then he's like, his head's going everywhere, because he was doing all the possibilities, because he has that little time amulet, right? And he's like, okay, so he's doing all the possibilities, but he's going to all the verses going, okay, oh, this works, because it already worked. They were living well, that's the thing. So I think in some ways we're living a thing, because some people are having kind of things where they go, have I been here before? I literally was at a event, all right? And then we went out after. We went to go get some good food. Fogo de Chao. Look it up. Amazing. Go get the special. If you go by yourself, even better. I'm thinking about going. I'm going to go. But the point is this. Okay, now, because it's like unlimited for like, a little. And then, their lunch special is really good. But don't get the salad. Just don't do that. Right, Jess?
Yes. Don't fill up on the sides. Just let the meat just fill you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't eat right before. Okay, don't do it. If anything, starve. Okay, and then eat the meat and get your protein in. All right, I could take my mom actually. Yeah, she'd have fun. Okay, but here's the thing. All right, here's the thing. Now, okay, let's say my mother died. Let's just say we talk about it because she's got some things. She talked to a doctor, and he's like, migraine. I go, that's not a migraine. We talked about it, but whatever. Okay, so they really do they care? I say they don't. But here's the thing. Let's say my mother died. Okay, and let's just say I want to save her. Do I go back in time to save her, or do I go back and say, don't listen to that doctor. Trust me, he's going to kill you. Here's the proof. Here's a picture. And, there you go. Because you may die on this date. She goes, oh, okay, got it. Does she do the right, or does she do a repeat and still get killed again? That's like Final Destination. There's no way you can escape that date and time. Right? Think Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson knew ahead of time that he was going to die at the age of 50. He told people this ahead of time. All right? I once said, I know I died at this, and then it changed. I was like, what is that about? But I think we do have the ability, if we know certain, like if you have a warning That's where they went wrong with Flash, okay? Where they went wrong was all he had to say was, hey, by the way. But he got mad at Flash, and then Flash got mad at Flash, but Flash tried to fix things. He's like, no, if there's a problem, there's a solution. They did that a problem. There's always a solution with time. It's called, okay, if you can go back to the moment, and you have the ability to go back, just make it so he doesn't get the power. Make it so it's natural. When you alter something, okay, now could he get his mother back by being there ahead of time so that whoever killed her, like he would watch that and go, okay, but then he would probably kill her by accident because that had to happen because that's called time has to happen that way. That's why those things come at you and they go, we have to put time back where it goes. That's a problem. But that doesn't exist because is that fantasy? That's fantasy, right? Because if you, like, but my point is this. Sometimes people get dreams. And they go, I've been here before, okay? So I had an event. We went to dinner. I showed them my story, and they said, have we been here before? I go, I don't know. It's a thing, right? She had a moment. She's a very smart publicist. Not going to lie. Very big. She's actually at Mission Impossible. Just going to say. Isai Morales. She's his publicist. Okay, I know her. Anyway, she had that moment. She goes, have we been here before? And I go, I don't know. Have we? Because I've had moments like that with people, right? And I go, I don't know, right? But what is that? Because I don't want to repeat what already has happened before if we have that. It's called the Matrix over and over and over again. So if things are sticking or things are like weird, I'm not going to lie, I've seen things I cannot explain. So I'm that guy. But the point is, what is that? They call it deja vu. I call it repeat of something. Are we repeating life? And could we change it? Or are we just living the life we already lived? Did somebody change something they shouldn't have? I don't know. That's where kind of they're going with deceivers. DC is kind of doing that. But in a way, there are things that don't add up. So I go, no. Something happened. We don't know. But at some point, it'll get figured out. I'm just going to say that. All right. We're out of time. Make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is living. Live it well. All right, now here's what I'm going to say, and it's very simple, okay? There are a lot of things going on, and you need physics, okay? Physics. And there's a reason I'm talking about this, because some of you have seen some things. I've talked to some of you, and I said, there are things I will believe that you probably would be like, no one's going to believe this. I will believe it, okay? Because I say, when ready, you will know, okay? One, actually, very smart guy, he said, sometimes things come in your, right, when you're ready. Like, they come around you, right? And you go, oh, everybody adds up. That's great. As of late, for me, things are not adding up. For some, they are, and I go, okay, what's going on here? So here's a question, okay? And I think everybody should ask this, okay? If you have a moment, some people don't know it. Some people are completely. I'll give you an example. My mother, all right, my mom, right? She 100% doesn't think deja vu. She doesn't know that. She's never had a moment where she goes, oh, I've been here before. Okay, I have multiple times ever since I was a kid. Earliest age, probably around. I was a freshman, all right? I was a freshman, and I said, that's weird. It's like I had a dream about that moment. I knew what was going to happen, and in a way, in my mind, although it happened in real time, it was like slow motion, because I'm like, that's going to happen, and then it stopped. Have you ever had that, or you had like a dream that's similar or like it, those are happening, okay? Because people are going, wait a minute. Kind of like that moment I had with somebody else, all right? And she's very, very like, I go, and I always wonder. Because sometimes I have a moment I go, wait, I've been here before. So I stop. I've had multiple times with that. And I remember one time I was doing an interview and I go, wait a minute, I've been here before. I go, give me a moment. He goes, all right. And I said, wait a minute, this is too like, right? It's like a repeat. I go, what is that? Or is that just the mind kind of replaying something and you're going, I feel like I've been here before. Sometimes that. But if you have a very, very, and I've had this multiple times, dream, okay? I remember seeing a woman. And I said, I had this dream. It wasn't like all clear, but I had a dream. I go, why do I see that? And why do I see that? In a dream. Okay, not like in vision mode, although I have theories on that. But in a dream, that's why I would say it, because I'm like, I don't want to be crazy. Okay, I don't want to be crazy. But I would say it, and then like maybe a week or two later, it would happen. Give you an example. I said a dog would come about at some point. All right, and we were broken up already at this point. But later, she said, should I get this dog? And it was the dog I saw. I go, yes, that's the dog. I saw 3 dogs. The problem that in the dream, like she had like a little, like a little stroller, and I was with her ish, and or not. I don't really know. You know how dreams are. And there was her dog, another dog, and the dog. So there were 3 dogs, but one was white. Okay. Now her other dogs at the time died. So not all 3. and obviously not, the little stroller because, there are no kids. So that was wrong, technically. But the dog, I was like, dude, that's a dog, seriously. So that's, so, and she asked. And I think she wanted to ask that. She didn't ask because I said, no, for some reason I see 3 dogs. In a dream. I had a dream, okay? But not going to lie, I knew who her guy was going to be ahead of time. And she never said it to me, but when I saw it, I go, that makes sense. That's why I said, fine, I'm going to step back. Because I had a dream that I was behind them. We were at an event. And actually, it was church. I'm just going to say that. And in front of me was her and a guy, and he had a bald head. Same guy as she's with. Weird, right? So I go, what is that, right? So I know a lot of you are out there. You go, I've had dreams like that. Okay, then that's the answer. Okay, so pay attention to dreams and go, okay. And if that moment adds up, go, okay, what do I do next? And you should say it. That's what I do. What do I do next? And then hope that you get the answer, right? But think about it. You have to take that moment and go, what do I do next? Okay? You have to think about it, okay? Because and I could be wrong on this, maybe I'm still doing a repeat, but the point is, I have had so many moments like that, I go, okay, what is that, right? What is that? But I don't want to live a life I've already lived. That makes no sense. That means I'm stuck. I want to get unstuck. That doesn't make sense. I want new things. I don't want moments where we've been here before. So we're just doing the same thing again and again and again. That makes no sense. Now, in a way, for that publicist and her team, they're happy, right? They're on social media. Sometimes they send us their clients, but Mission Impossible, they're over there promoting, right? So I'm like, obviously on the right spot. So there you go. And she's done a lot of things for a lot of people. And I don't know if they thank her, but she's very smart. She goes, oh, by the way, we have to have this person on our show. Okay, got it. Okay. But she does a lot of people, right? Some people you don't even know. Some people you do. And then you go, boom, when it hits, boom, right? We've never had Esai on the show. I've interviewed him on the carpet, but I've never had him on the show. Then he had his own thing going when it was slow. I know people that know him, but again, now Mission Impossible, he's the villain. Big, right? That's a big opportunity for publicists. So I say, take advantage of that. Get all the numbers, right? Get that, and then promotes that, right? So that's the point. So you can go from like nothing at all to something, but you got to keep with it. So she kept with it, and she doesn't talk about all the stuff that but she helps a lot of people. She put together events, said, okay, you need to be out visible, you need to be out visible, and you need to be out visible. She's patient, right? She doesn't take a lot. Now she may take a lot because now she'll be requested, like, oh my God, we love you. And she goes, yeah. So in her way, she would be like, I'm manifesting, she probably cusses, but you know how that is. Anyway, so that's the point. Okay, so I've had moments, and I don't always say it, but I say it to usually someone I trust. But if they forget what I said, I go, are you kidding me? How could you forget? Seriously, So that's, don't, if people forget what you say from one day to the next, just say, you have to call it out. You say, do you remember that? No, I don't. You can see now, don't you see now? And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, sometimes you have to record. Okay, you have to record that conversation. I told this to somebody. I said, you're going to have to record conversations because if they go weird, your only thing to say is record, all right? And put it on your phone and put the recording on, okay? I'm not going to lie. If someone recording me, I get it, man. I get it. I'd rather know that you're recording me, but I'd rather and then you say, see, you said that. And there were a couple of times my mother, she literally said, because I said something about Madonna all of a sudden when I really meant Marilyn Monroe, okay? I said Madonna. And I really thought I said Marilyn Monroe, all right? Because there was a picture. She showed it to me. Do you see that? And I said, oh, yeah, of course. But I said Madonna, I said Marilyn Monroe, right? It's one of those pictures where you look and you go, what is that? She goes, do you see that? It's a girl. And I go, of course it's a girl. Like anyone could see it. Anyway, but I'm like, this Marilyn Monroe. It's a picture of Marilyn Monroe. But I said Madonna. So she were recording, and I would be like, that guy. See, I say, oh, I misspoke. I'm so sorry. Because she was right. I said Madonna. Now, why was Madonna there in my head? Well, now Madonna is in the news, right? Madonna is sick. So I go, maybe it was that. Maybe you guys misspeak because that information is there in a way. So I say, why did I say Madonna? But the right thing to say is Madonna, Madonna, Madonna. Why Madonna? Why is Madonna there when it should have been Marilyn Monroe, right? So is it there? I'm telling you, there's a way to get it out. That's what you have to do. So you have to say the name of the person. You go, why did I say that? Instead of just say, oh, it's not a thing. It is a thing. Okay, there's a reason. I hope she's safe. Not going to lie. I don't know the information there, right? They're saying a lot. All right. We don't know the information, but Madonna's in the news. So you got to be careful with that. Here it is. Madonna postpones upcoming celebration tour due to serious bacterial infection. So she's in the hospital, right? And, and this conversation happened I don't know. Maybe, days ago. But, right, so be willing to say I'm wrong, because there's a lot of people saying some weird things. I go, man, if I had a tape recorder, boy, oh boy, you'd be like, why would I have said that? I've had people literally say, I didn't say that. I go, you did. Like, but they go, no, I didn't. I go, you did, but, I admit it all the time. I say, admit it. You misspeak. We used to, right? I don't know what happened in 2020. I guarantee black hole. Oh, and there's information about that. Somebody's saying that now we are in a black hole. I saw an article on that. I go, what is that? Very smart people saying, well, and I say it's a theory, but I have a theory on that. If we're in a black hole, my God, we're inverted. So don't be inverted, And there's a way. Just be smart, and talk it through, and you'll get it. But some people, they're not making sense. They're not making sense. Okay, people are all over the place. Just make sense. Okay, go from city to city to city. Say, why does that city not make sense? Why is that city, and why that city? All right, why? All right, okay. So there you go. All right, people, make it a great day. Whatever you do, remember, life is for living. Live it well. Bye bye, everyone.